running a business is more than just a job. For many, many entrepreneurs, it's a life's work. It's your legacy. It's the largest source of your personal wealth. But here's the challenge. While growing a business, owners really usually focus on the growth of the business, the innovation that business can provide, the operations of that business. They often overlook one of the crucial pieces. That's how to turn the success of that business into long-term financial success for themselves. Well, that's where a wealth manager comes in. A wealth manager doesn't just handle some of the investments or retirement accounts, that is a part. They bring in bring together the bigger picture, right? The business growth, the personal wealth, tax planning, and succession of those businesses, so that both the business and the owner's personal financials will work in harmony. So let's kind of talk about some of the traditional ways wealth managers play this. Let's start really with the basics. So the more traditional support business owners are familiar with when it comes to wealth management is things like retirement accounts. They're often at the center of the conversation. And while many entrepreneurs delay retirement savings to reinvest in their companies, there are powerful tools available. Solo 401ks, safe harbor 401ks. There's even what they call cash balance plans that allows high net worth individuals to make very, very large tax deduction contributions for their retirement. Now, these accounts do two things, right? They provide tax efficiency today, and they build a safety net for the future, independent of that company's performance. Another area where you would see a traditional wealth manager work is on your corporate investment accounts. Many businesses accumulate excess cash beyond what the needs of their operations are. And instead of leaving it idle, wealth managers can help structure corporate brokerage accounts. This way, part of their cash remains liquid near term, while the rest is invested for a long-term growth or future expansions or something of nature. But a wealth manager should do a lot more than that. They should go beyond those basics. So here are some things that are really interesting. Some of the most impactful wealth manager strategies for entrepreneurs often go beyond just those investment accounts or those retirement accounts we talked about. First, let's talk about reinvesting in the business. For many owners, the highest return possible they'll ever earn is by reinvesting in themselves. Whatever that's hiring key employees, expanding to new markets, upgrading technology, or even acquiring competitors. These moves can transform the value of your company. A wealth manager's job is to help make these decisions strategically, balance growth opportunities with your personal financial security. Next, it's really around extracting value from that business. At some point, every entrepreneur asks, how do I take money out of my company in the smartest way possible? This is where wealth managers really step in. Whatever it's through salary versus dividends, holding real estate in separate entities and leasing it back to you, or structuring partial sales and ESOP plans. Each of these tools can help owners take a chip off the table, reduce their risk, and diversify their wealth. And finally, building net worth outside the business. One of the biggest risks that I see is overconcentration. Many entrepreneurs have 80 to 90% of their wealth really tied up in that business. That's risky. Wealth managers help redirect those profits into things like real estate, brokerage accounts, alternative investments, estate planning strategies. The goal is simple: to ensure your lifestyle and your legacy aren't solely dependent on the business that you've created. Now let's talk a little bit about the big picture. Let's zoom out a little bit. Entrepreneurs are naturally growth-minded. They're risk takers, builders, visionaries. That's why wealth management isn't just about slowing them down. It's about giving them the freedom to grow even faster. So when you've got retirement savings, diversified assets, and a succession plan in place, you can reinvest in your business in confidence, knowing your family and your future is protected with assets outside of that business. Now, at the end of the day, a business is one of the most powerful wealth creation tools out there, but it should never be the only one. Wealth managers help you entrepreneurs, align business success with your personal financial security. So you're not just building a thriving company, but you're building a lasting legacy. So If you are a business owner, the time to start planning is now. The earlier you align your business with your personal strategies, the stronger your foundation is for growth, for security, and for financial independence. If anyone has any questions, I look forward to reading the comments down, and we'll talk to you on the next one.